You know, a little bit interesting as well. They've gone with the Killjoy, which is, you know, I felt kind of slowly moving out of the meta, but I can understand it going into this map. There's no threat of the tail, so your utilities should still be relatively effective. You got the Dion as well as Patman on that Yoru. Likewise, Potter on the other side of things with that Yoru as well. So a bit of a Yoru hit-to-hit, but sprinkled in with a bit of Neon sliding around the map, I guess, for NAOS.
I feel like it's gonna be fast-paced for both these teams. I think one thing that's for sure is that in APAC, everyone presses W. It's the aggression, this early aggression that I want to see the most here. Usually, we see a lot of that from, you know, from Full Sense. But this time around, I think both teams just trying to get a bit of a feel of each other. We see Util, we see flashes. PTC putting a bit of pressure through those smokes. Only chip damage onto Killua, nothing left. And the rest of Full Sense looking to cross into Link all the way to the other side.
Oh, this is a great early push coming in from Full Sense. I'm not sure if NAOS is aware of this though. The backs have been compromised. An easy pick for the first and the second catch onto Patman. The pinch has been perfectly executed.
Oh,
now
is huge.
Pressure for Mojo.
Pushing out here and Sephiroth just rushing up on time, but look at that slide. That is absolutely disgusting. Sephiroth can hold. PTC just taps. But the rest of Full Sense have an idea about playing together. I'm pretty sure Sultan...
Saw the gun?
Yeah, he probably saw a bit of that, that pixel. Eliminated. And so is Mosier, leaving Sultan to his devices. Now, we've seen Sultan go big. We've seen Sultan be able to get these 1v2s. But Full Sense, I'm pretty sure they're very aware. Playing together here, tucked in that corner. Sultan, a lot to clear. So many areas to go. Still has Util, jumps up through that smoke, but timing is just not on his side. Full Sense take the pistol.
Where are you?
That's a lovely pinch coming from Full Sense. They went into B Link, managed to scoop their way all the way towards the underpass, and then catch two of the NAOS players. Back's turn, not expecting them to be coming in from that direction at all. You can see right here in the replay, yeah, they had to pick that poison. It's a nice attempt from Mojo, right, to catch that lacking player of Sephiroth by himself all the way towards main, but I think a little too late. They lost too many players on the side itself, and in the 2v1, they found the timing, played together. Fantastic pistol round coming in from Full Sense.
Upping up the ante here. Potter, quick peek forward, moving in tandem with that Haunt, finds nothing. All eyes onto Halls though, but Laz, he wants to take a little bit more space here. Sephiroth sees the orb going, but unfortunately for him, that shot is not connected. Has to go onto the site itself. PTC forced off here. Turret gone already. Sounds of the gunfire very, very loud. With two members going down A, one going to middle side area, and Laz finds value from it, cages, and is easily able to just get away. As Mosier hanging on Arch, both of them just missing each other. Sephiroth, he's not done quite yet. Still trying to push out a little bit more here onto box, checking off each other. Does have teammates close, ready for those trades. Laz still holding. Unfortunately for him, is Mosier with that classic that comes up on top. And with a lot more space, a pinch incoming. In fact, actually no, it's just a lurk at this point, a flank. Killua.
Yeah, lost too many players there. Flank is now compromised. Two players here, they're close.
There we go, Mosier rushes. Sephiroth somehow survives. Killua pushing up a bit more here. Leviathan gonna find Mosier in the end. Perhaps too overzealous there. Paying with it with his life.
Obsolete.
Good find there onto Patman as well in the midst of that rotation. PTC left alone, just devices. Beautiful headshot as well. Sultan finding Potter. But shots not taking down. Team turret goes. PTC shots. He's making this round very expensive for Full Sense. Two more people to worry about. Patman says it's alright. I've dwindled on a number of rifles and I get a Vandal moving to round 3. I think that's very, very worth it.
Yeah, that was not ideal for Full Sense. A little bit too scrappy for my liking. I mean, you had the full site for your taking. Nobody there on A, but you know, the players on Full Sense getting a little bit overeager, giving away unnecessary kills. So now find 3 kills in that round, pick up a Vandal for the next. Denies that Vandal from being carried over for Full Sense. So that bonus won't be as potent, but still, Vandal in the hands of Laz. Killua has that Guardian as well as an Outlaw for Sephiroth, which shouldn't be doing too much damage, right? It's only Sultan with that half armor. So other than that, it won't be a one-shot kill. Again, A fight is the name of the game for NAOS. Double duelist here to contest.
Mosher, this time around, he wants to actually contest this. How much pressure or emphasis they put on that orb there. They've been fighting for that angle for quite some time. Mosher versus Sephiroth. Now the flashes are through. PTC, he's so aware of the sounds, the footsteps, the flash. Again, he puts in pressure, but no one's actually running into anything. Javi 8K not gonna fall for that trap here as Sephiroth is still holding. The sprays are good. Javi
mid.
gonna find Leviathan. They drop the spike mid here. Rushes up here. PTC gonna play with the util. A double swing up here. Killua finds one. Sultan trades. Mosher as well. One more put to his name. Killua alone cannot hold. And now suddenly it's just Laz all alone here. No clue what to do. Rifle in hand. Can't dwindle down the numbers. A call to save might be what he wants.
I mean, at this point, you take what you can get, and NAOS is not going to give him any luxury. It's a bit of a missed timing from Full Sense. They left the spike so far disjointed from the rest of the team. It got cut off in the mix, and after that went down, even though they kind of tried to execute onto the B side, they still had to double back. Laz had to go and pick up the spike. There was one less player to assist on the execute, and just like that, it was an easy hold for NAOS, only losing PTC in all of that chaos, and Laz forced to go for this save. So again, Full Sense.
10 seconds left.
You know, they've got their firepower, but the executions, I think, errors coming back in their matchup up against RRQ Academy. You give up these kinds of advantages, and you will pay the price. NAOS will punish and get their first on the board.
I really gotta give it to NAOS. They have definitely, you can definitely tell they've done their homework. They're just so privy, so good at the read here. They're understanding that Full Sense like to take so much space up mid. So what they've done is sort of done is like sort of like hold, catching Full Sense in that mid rotation, that mid lurk per se, and just dwindling down the numbers one by one. If you look at the heat map, it's not one part of the map that Full Sense are dying to. It's just so many parts, mid, A main, all the way to water.
Yeah, I mean, NAOS was playing together this time around, not getting caught off by a potential push from towards B Link. This time around, fight towards A yet again. Moja as well as his buddy in arms, Patman, both holding down A main. But a fight from Full Sense coming up real
That's
soon.
dangerous! Potter comes up huge here with that first pick. This time around, Mosher does not survive with his life. I was honestly questioning for Mosher. He saw and heard so many people. Yes, there was the flash, but perhaps was not anticipating the whole team to be there. A big change
now
there.
they're just
Pivot.
gonna
Not ready yet.
move around the map, right? Exactly. So they got that pick there, 5 versus 4. The drone to clear out yet again, but it's not gonna spot out anything, and it's still just this Sultan by his lonesome anchoring this B side. A jump peak will give him a little bit of information, so he can call for the rotate over, and that is just in time, right? 3 players now bolstering up this B side, but again, Full Sense, 45 seconds, they still can move the spike around, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. So a bit of a fake here. They might just commit back towards A, but a bit of indecision. I'm not sure if this is enough time for all of this.
Util as well, he walks up, has to find every single player. They've pinged all around here. They are so aware, but regardless of how far Potter has gone, hasn't really done anything quite yet. Now, the turret has been pulled. The players of Full Sense, a big rotate onto A. They have to go for the plant. They need more time. They have the cage, they have the C's. A PTC with the sprays. He goes big. Leviathan falls. Laz as well will be the next person to fall. Plays so perfectly with that recon. Sephiroth is next. 42 HP left. He's flashed. He falls. Patman for 3. What a spray! NAOS not allowing Full Sense to take more than they should take.
Yeah, Full Sense, I felt like it was a bit of indecision. The timing was just not enough. They lost. They didn't really have any time to work with for the last few seconds, so the scan coming through, a bit of a rush situation, the one breaking the dart. Spike gets dropped thanks to the scan from Zavi, and then the flash through by Patman to clean up the mess. It was beautiful adaptations from NAOS, but I think that's more of a mistake from Full Sense's side, not being, decisive enough on where they want to come in or what the game plan was gonna be.
If I'm being honest, that round was honestly Javi 8K's round. That recon gave them all the info they need, and NAOS just reacted off that info, sprayed into the smokes.
Again, mid pressures coming through from the Full Sense side. Alarmbot's still alive towards B Link. they're just gonna leave it up. So still information for NAOS, knowing that no one's pushed there. They've got a double hold towards R to make sure no one's come through. And that's the conditioning, right? Full Sense have repeatedly pushed down towards mid, put pressure there, so it forces now to have 3 players down towards mid, and now they're gonna go in for the solo player holding down towards B long.
Possibly just had an idea that someone was coming close here. Moja has not moved at all. Unfortunately for him, it will be pushed off because of the util of the dart. Forrest is back. Still hasn't moved. No clue where he is. Very aware that the gate crash is close. Hunt comes down. That recon once again becoming the bane of Full Senses situation. Moja so low right now, forced to move back. Potter close by. The util pushed down already here. Patman so aware there's one going to be very close. Spots up the hand, but Sephiroth's shots are just a bit sharper here. Here comes the sprays. Full Sense. They've adapted. They're looking huge. Their timings are looking way better right now. With sheriffs in hand, they are turning the tides. And now, this post plant, not looking easy. 1 versus 4. Sultan has a lot to worry about. Corners, halls, long. The smokes to worry about as well. I mean, Kreds, he has a lot of them. He can just try and dwindle down the numbers a little bit, get a pick off for himself, and he's looking to try to at the very least. The arc rose goes off, finds no one. Killua will land the perfect shot to his head, denying him that any more damage to the team.
I thought it might have been a little bit scary considering that the recon dart scanned like what, 3 players down towards B long, but the rotations coming for NAOS was quick and swift, so everyone was able to kind of reach the site in time. But then again, Full Sense, I think, you know, the small little cogs in the wheel finally clicking. They get every single kill on the B side without losing a single player, and you know, that was just a beautiful execute. Unfortunately, we didn't really get to see it from their perspective, but from the kill feed, it looked like everyone had each other's backs when the execute actually came in. So good job from Full Sense. Get themselves back in that lead. 3 players now down towards B long for NAOS. Just early pressure, just noting where they could be. The scan though, catching onto Laz, knowing that there might be a gap there, so a double push from the duelist gonna take up this space. Ooh, a Full Sense. I don't know if they're privy to this. The tripwire should be able to deter them, but for the time being, the Full Sense are just hoping to catch any piece of early aggression. They're gonna tuck in the Yoru there. It's gotta teleport to get out of harm's way, but again, mid-pressure is the name of the game for Full Sense.
Oh, that's a judge. This could be deadly. Do they check him is the question. They don't! Good for 1, Killua trades! But that's mid and Art completely open now. No more util now that he's gone. Javi making sure that there's no one even pushing out through the smokes, through the cage with the Aldrone, finds nothing. The Arc Roads does come through, but Full Sense, they decided, okay, we've done a bit of damage down mid. Let's go from main. But we can see pings all around from NAOS. I think they know it's going to be an A hit, but they think that it's going to be coming from Art.
Yeah, they don't really have information, right? You can see the Sova, the Astra, and the Neon all playing off-site. They don't have confirmation.
Here's the Steel Garden coming through. The Arc Rose set up already. It flashes, finds nothing. Now, with no info, it's going to be super hard for them to get onto the site. But they push, they persevere. It's rewarded. The wall gets set down here. Sultan waiting for the right timing. The Thorns will come through. He jumps out here. Not able to get through that wall. Pushed back here, playing with his teammates. Thorns already out in the open here. Wall bangs all around. Laz sharp. Neural Theft online. Catches 1. Patman to fall. All the way from Flowers here. The stuns come through. Sephiroth pushes out. The spray is just too much. Trades on trades. But it's NAOS that has the upper hand, at least. With the 2v2 right now. Leviathan all alone. Javi looking to challenge so far up. Leviathan will challenge and is actually rewarded. Goes for the tap. Laz all alone. Going through the swoops here. Pushes through. The seize is perfect. And Full Sense will make it out on top. 4 rounds already to their name.
Alright, so Full Sense finally, you know, nailing that the late round plays that they have tried to get themselves into. This early push from PTC, or at least in the corner, finding that kill there was crucial, but after that, you know, after the trade frag came in, Full Sense just had so much pressure, and then the man advantage coming into the post plan right there. Laz going for the long around the world play flank. Gonna catch them unaware of that position. The timeout called by NAOS, I think they are realizing the little gaps in their armor. They really need to ensure that they don't give away those opening picks, because every single time, once Full Sense finds that pick down towards mid, either they put a lot of pressure or they find a kill. And but that is more than enough to draw the rotations, make NAOS flustered and unsure of where the commitment is actually gonna be later on.
It's an interesting one if you think about it. NAOS, I think they did very well in the 2 rounds that they won. It felt like they were very adaptable. They were so adept at figuring out how exactly Full Sense, played. But then after that, you saw a micro adjustment from Full Sense, right? They changed up the way they played, as you mentioned before. You mentioned that the word conditioning, especially toward that mid-side area. And then you start to see this sort of play from Full Sense. Go down mid, make some noise, kind of pull that rotation, and then go down main and just go explosive. And I think for Full Sense, playing this explosive style take onto the site is good for them. It's a big risk, right? Because you don't have like a hard info gatherer like a Sova, but it works out well for them.
Well, they've got a lot of ultimates they could use in this round, but not exactly the weapons to boot, right? You've only got that Vandal and hands of Patman. Javi's got his Guardian as well, but again, it's a pretty default setup coming in from NAOS. Nothing too aggressive so far, and you can see Laz is gonna take all these little pieces of space that he can find, push it to the limit.
In hand here, Tummy Tart goes, and Laz aware that the swing out is gonna happen, but Patman, he has other things in mind actually. Here's the sounds down mid here, but Sephiroth has his teammates back. Potter didn't even have to flinch at his presence. The recon dart comes through, scans no one, sends out the clone. It gets broken, and that's enough info for Full Sense to work with.
Yeah, again, look at it. Full Sense putting pressure down towards mid. They find a pick, and then they just gather up and execute onto the site. You've got Laz so far deep into B already. He's just gonna call for the rotations over. Killua just gonna ensure that there's no push down towards mid. The rest of the team all gather up, and the read is wrong for now. They think it's gonna be an A play, but it couldn't be further from the truth. Cosmic Divide comes in, the spike should go down without any issue. They can assume that post-plant positions pretty comfortably.
PTC is already in a very aggressive position. That Gravwell will be his death as he falls. He's not expecting to just push that hard. One thing about Full Sense that I know is that those post-plants, they love taking a little bit more space, going for those peaks, walking up all the way down link here, Killua down mid to catch anyone in that mid rotation. Now, guns in hand here, Mosier only has a classic, Sultan with a Sheriff. The only one with a big gun is Zabi. As Leviathan falls, Zabi gets one, and the rest just fall like flies. Full Sense just chaining rounds, and momentum is completely in their hands.
Yeah, Patman had that Vandal to kick off the round, right? He got picked off down towards mid. PTC, the Killjoy, picked it up, but then he went down before the rest of his team was near him. So again, they didn't have that Vandal that they could funnel through the rest of the team. A small little misplay right there again, but I think this is just speaking volumes to how Full Sense are slowly getting their groove, finding their momentum, and really understanding on how they want to play this map. NAOS, they are aware, right? Mid is an issue, but they still cannot find an answer. They aren't able to find a good trade situation down towards mid, and that is just causing chaos for the rotations all across the map.
House this time around. All economy on top. Are they ready to go? Perhaps. Hotel?
Maybe a little bit of a tech pause.
Hotel? No, you're not gonna finish it. I'm not gonna finish it. I don't know if it's gonna be a tech pause. I mean, NAOS, it could be actually. If you think about it, right? They just had that timeout, and honestly, I think the timeout was a good call. They knew that they were all close to their ultimates. Perhaps the answer to this, to get the momentum back in their hands, is to chain, 2 ults in a row. Perhaps. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of kind of relying on your ults for these win cons, but sometimes you just need that one round to go right. Just change that, that mindset in your head.
No, I actually really agree with you on that point. At some point, they just need to put a round on the board, right? Get their confidence going. Just, hey guys, break that streak of Full Sense, get that first round on the board, and then we can slowly try to work it out. But right now, with their double duelist compositions, they haven't been really very aggressive, right? You can see the Neon and the Yoru maybe, pushing A main for certain rounds, pushing down B long, but nothing too set playish, nothing too coordinated to actually really aggressively take that space. But I think that's something they need to use eventually, and sooner rather than later, because so far Full Sense has got their numbers. Something creative, something some good calls has to be made by NAOS early in the rounds, I feel. If not, they're gonna lose out as the rounds drag on. Full Sense seems to have a great lead.
Bit more aggressive this time with those smokes. Star set down, immediately taken away. Clears out the whole side of Long here with the Prowler. Gate crash set up as well. Potter. You know, I was questioning the idea of having this single duelist with just that Yoru, right? Usually you see a Yoru just sort of like mixed together with another duelist. But the way that the team has been playing is just so sharp that they don't really have to matter about what kind of player is playing with the duelist. As PTC crosses, he manages to catch a glimpse of Potter. But the rest of Full Sense says, alright, I think we've made our presence known, we can pivot off.
Yeah, and again, you look at how much map control that Full Sense have. They've got A main, they push down towards the pillar on B long. And now I'm not too sure on where the commitment's gonna be. I do oh, what is this rotation? They're both swapping sides. Okay, they're gonna put a little bit of a fake down towards A. Yoru's gonna teleport back towards B. And assisted with the Fade utility, I think. Just trying to draw rotations towards A. And it might just work.
Oh man, Potter has already done so much work.
They're
Look
cooking.
at that Hunter's Fury. Grabbed well. Just a single flash used to trade out all of that. And now the whole of Full Sense already on the side. But they did not realize that PTC is close by. Now, Mojer running for his life, staying alive here. Forced out PTC. He fights. And Killua falls. Well, the next corner here, Potter will go for his fights. A nice, beautiful Cosmic Divide will be put down here. They cross. They trade off one another. And the rest of NAOS just completely collapse on the rest of Full Sense. Beautiful executions at the cost of 3 ults.
I have to give it credit to PTC there. I mean, he was the only one towards that B side that actually hunkered down. The fake was effective, right? You saw the NAOS players all heading over towards that A side, but he dropped that lockdown early, catches Killua running away, and of course, that Cosmic Divide, the best ultimate that was used in this round, in my opinion. And there was just no way for them to play post plan with that Killjoy ultimate, flushing them all the way out of the site. So, beautiful ultimate dump round, I guess you could say, from NAOS. Just as you predicted, Tash, they've got that single round on the board, but you can't replicate that. You've lost 3 ultimates. You need to win it in the standard gun round. So let's see what NAOS have in store.
Full Sense just doing the same thing over and over, honestly. Their usual defaults, gathering info, taking up space, pivoting off. It's been giving NAOS such a headache. But this time around, they didn't really put everyone onto mid-side area. They decided to kind of like hang around, put 2 players hanging around mid, but more toward the A side, just to kind of hope that most of them will be headed toward A side. Not really kind of like gambling where the positions should be. But NAOS have other things in mind here. What to challenge down mid. Leviathan was waiting for 2? My god, Leviathan!
That's a straight up 1v2.
Really? He's done so well to isolate those angles, those fights, as Sephiroth has taken up so much space down A main.
Again, it's mid's the issue for NAOS. They just cannot hold on to mid to save their lives. Even though it's a 1 versus 2, the one giving isolated fights. Leviathan goes nuclear. Potter's now in the side with his ult. It's compromised.
Waiting, he sprays. Unfortunately for him, he kills the clone, but doesn't matter. The spike is already down here. Wallbang sprays all around. Potter somehow managing to dodge every single bullet, getting a pick off his own like he's in the Matrix. Not done quite yet. Beautiful cross with Full Sense Sultan with Lutal's number. As Last falls, and so does Potter. Beautiful play here, playing the turret, gets a pick off, a tap as well. Some shots just to answer back. So aware that the rest of the team does still have util here. They spray. The diffuser falls. It's Sultan. BTC left alone here. One more time. It's gonna be Sephiroth and Full Sense running away with all these rounds. It's so clear why they enjoy this map.
Man, I thought that round was at least gonna go in NAOS' favor for the mid fight. But Leviathan destroys them. No utility. I mean, you have a double duelist, right? Throw out a stun, throw out a flash. Take that engagement. But you dry peek into Leviathan, and this is the kind of caliber of players that Full Sense have, right? This is the super team of Thailand. You cannot just go up, dry fights up against them, because you will pay the price. And NAOS are feeling the sting right now. Down on the eco yet again. Full Sense looking to win out the half right here. 6 already, looking for their 7th. Again, the gain control over A main. Yeah, NAOS is good for that, but if Full Sense wants, Full Sense will just easily re-clear this. So what's the call now? 3 players stacked towards this B site. A full sense. Comfortable with just playing the default. Nice and slow. No panic whatsoever.
This time around, Potter does get tagged out by that Eldrone. Kate Crash set up here, op in hand. Playing very aggressive. So forward right now. Looking for the peak, smoked off. The rest of NAOS, they're looking to push.
Ooh.
Moving back here. Looking to splash out. He TPs.
But that's info. They know that there's quite a few players that's pushed down towards B, so
do.
is
That's
the reactionary play to go back towards A? No, it looks like Full Sense want to take the creative route down towards B link perhaps.
They can. They've been doing that so much. They've done this sort of push toward A, coming down into mid area. They spot out the util, and somehow, as the smoke dissipates, Leviathan manages to pop Javi's head. Sultan taps one. Leviathan answers. Sephiroth in hand is that outlaw. Moving in tandem with his teammates, here's the rush of the footsteps over for the longest rotation ever here from Mosier. And somehow, Patman manages to breach the defenses, finds Sephiroth, he's alone. The Dimensional Drift is online.
Moja's is
Go
out
up
too.
here as well. The Nightmare will be taken out here, excuse me. As Potter ignores the Yoru, finds Mosier with the op. And Patman only with a sheriff in hand. What are you gonna do here? You're up against a sheriff. Nice little off-angle plate. Potter not allowed to cross at all. His teammates doing the damage. And Full Sense once again not able to do much.
Wow, I thought that Mojo was gonna use his ultimate, the overdrive, right, as the Neon to actually disrupt the backline. And despite Full Sense knowing that he was there, I think if he used that ultimate, it might have caused too much chaos for Full Sense to handle together with the Yoru ultimate, but a bit disjointed, right? For now, as you see the Yoru going in, but then, you know, there was a bit of a gap between the pushes, between the players on site as well as the flank from Mojo, and Full Sense were able to easily isolate those fights and, you know, win out those duels, especially considering the difference in weaponry. But again, fast push this time for NAOS. Double duelist down towards me. But Sephiroth, aware of it though, gets scanned out, but still not going to be facing too much issue for the time being. The Yoru teleports all the way back towards A, and again a mid-fight to ensue.
Killua, Potter, both coming in from 2 different angles. Now the sound of that Prowler does bring away the attention from Killua. This time around, it's Patman that wins that duel. The op down already, waiting to flash, and he does, swings out, finds no one there, smoked off. But Laz, he's not done yet. He wants to push up more, taking up that space, catching Patman in the midst of that reload. Oh, that is just so unfortunate. Already the utils are down, the cages, the cams. Killua, the timing could be huge. He's heard the footsteps all the way down water. Sultan forced back. The Seas does not find him at the very least, but does push him back here. Laz, looking to play inside of the smokes. Misses
just
out
a
the
distraction.
util. It is, they didn't realize he's coming close. The rotation is coming through here. It's through mid. Laz catches one, and somehow Sultan wins it out in the end. Full Sense around the world in 80 days. He has so much time. But they're already in the site. Util's done here. They push forward. Mosier, nice off-angle plate. But the White Swings will throw off his aim. And Sephiroth somehow manages an insane shot as he crosses. Not done quite yet. PTC finds Leviathan. And now, the Cosmic Divide is down. It's making it even more hard for them to play retake. PTC waiting. It was to be one close. They swing out together. Killua stays alive and somehow manages to get a kill. Sephiroth for one more is down to PTC. What can he do? He has to cross it. And Full Sense do not allow any more passage.
Ah man, a 2 versus 3 for Full Sense. Again, they win out the Mantis advantage situations. I mean, if you look at how this round transpired, it was all over the place. So lurks on lurks on lurks, rotations being pulled for, but Full Sense, they find the answer amidst all of that chaos. The A side was compromised, and the 2 versus 3 together with their Cosmic Divide isolating those fights yet again. Full Sense will punish the lack of unity from NAOS. 3 rounds on the board, is that gonna be enough? Because money is looking horrible for them yet again for the final round of the half, and Full Sense playing real passive, expecting aggression yet again. Nothing for the time being. 4 players stacked up towards Art. They want to go do something creative down towards mid perhaps. Drone to come in to clear out these spaces, but nothing to be found.
But you really gotta give it to Full Sense. They take their time, waiting out the util first before finally committing. Killua, his timing could be huge, but it's not. NAOS, their aggression will be rewarded too. In fact, to their name. And now for Full
Finally.
Sense, yeah, it's looking good. Because it feels like this time around, they're a little bit more proactive in taking up space. They're not waiting for Full Sense to come to them. And it's worked out in their favor. Took a while, but it worked out. Now Laz already close to the site there, pinged out already that util. But PTC, eyes is on too short. Jump shot forward, spots one out there. The smokes are up, Laz all alone here, misses out each other, but that util will find him in the end, the cage, just to give him a bit more space to reposition. PTC all alone here. It's kind of good for one, but will be just traded to oblivion by Leviathan. Now, positions have been noted here. The neural theft will give a telltale, and somehow these lesser buy rounds is what keeps NAOS in check and alive.
Yeah, that was what I felt like the first time they won out the mid duel with a man advantage. And you could see PTC under so much pressure. He does well to find the first, but then the flood retake comes in nice and swiftly for NAOS. A good adaptation, but is that enough? Only 4 rounds to their name at the end of this first half. And alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Sense versus NAOS. This is the first map of Pearl. Second half on the cards. Full Sense now swapping over to the defense, and NAOS assuming this attacking side. Full Sense were really good at pressuring mid, but this time it's a full B-long execute.
Took up so much space just to deny, and then just pivots back there. Love this early aggression coming in from Full Sense, just to give them just to keep NAOS on their toes. Now with the Yoru clone broken, therefore it's back here. It feels like a repeat of what Full Sense has done in the first half, doesn't it? It can feel like
Yeah.
it's like deja vu, no?
NAOS now trying a little bit of what Full Sense did to them, right? That slow burn type of round, pushing down different avenues. The reclear from the Prowler down towards B-Long will allow Full Sense to explore the rest of the map though.
Good hit. Wall gets stripped
All
here.
has been tripped, but yeah, it deters them for the time being. They just want to expend all of the utility from Full Sense before they commit.
But still, info is info. It gives them so much room here, straight onto the side, util out. Look at that trip, it's perfectly set here, jumping through here, and somehow Mosher survives Potter traits.
There.
Both duelists just fighting out each other here, but Laz, look at that aim, it's perfect. Playing in tandem with his teammates, chemistry is huge. Crossfires all around, I'm surprised that he decided to peek that way. And Full Sense only losing 1, and that's 2 for 2 for the Pistols this round for Full Sense.
Whatever happens.
Ooh, nice adaptation coming in from Full Sense right there. They were aware of that mid push that was potentially coming through, and great job from the players on side. Look at this crossfire setup. Killua and Laz just hunkering down the pit, and there was just no way for them to flush things out. No utility to make them uncomfortable as well. So a great round coming in from Full Sense to deny even a spike climb from now on, so no chance for a force buy in this one. And yeah, as you mentioned, winning out both pistols, especially at a 9-3 half, it's gonna be difficult. Oh, these are.
Oh man, and somehow, through all that scuffle, Mosher is the one that comes up on top, finding a pickup for himself. A nice flash forward here. Full Sense move back, but it doesn't matter. Potter, sharp as ever. Killua just spraying and praying, with Potter swapping out to the classic in the end, finding Sultan. PTC left all alone right now. He's sharp, but against 3, not gonna be easy. Notes the sound of the reload here, knows when is close, but as he noticed one flowers, no he doesn't. Just like that, NAOS, round 2 cannot go far, but takes away 2 of the guns.
I need to set back
Got the weapons just at the very end. Bulldog and Guardian both saved up with the Outlaw as well, so all's good in the hood for Full Sense. Got a little bit dicey on the side itself. A little bit of a scuffle in the close range smokes, but still Full Sense. Nicely done from them. Now coming in with the buy round up against the Bodus. And this is more than a must-win round for NAOS right now. They have to come up with something creative. Mid pushes have been successful for Full Sense. Are they going to try that, or a full-on execute with the double duelist? Let's take a look and see. A main control should be given over to NAOS without any issue. The Alt Orb available for their taking as well. The spike's still not yet committed though. They gotta explore the rest of the map. We've got PTC here, hearing for rotations, hoping to catch one perhaps, or just funnel across some info. As NAOS, again, they leave Sultan to hunker down this A main position, explore the rest of the map.
A lot slower this time for NAOS. Bit of pressure here down mid. Notes the sound of the turret as well, so he doesn't want to push through too much.
here.
But Laz's deep camera should find a lot of value. Pings out the util already, and somehow Laz just barely misses each other. Both players just pivoting away. Probably got caught off guard by that timing.
That's pressure enough though. The Cypher has noted he's given away, he's moved all the way back to the halls, and due to the double sentinel composition, you've got the Vice and the Cypher both the opposite sides of the map. Full sense, leading into things. Oh, the scan's great.
Left.
I know where he is. Thorn's just not gonna allow him to not allow them to just push up a little bit more. His teammates are close. Great for the trades if they want to. There we go. Here comes the aim and the stun. But Sephiroth, unfortunately for him, will be the victim here.
10 seconds left.
Killua just wall banging the rest of the team to death. Halby falls. Sultan trades. The Arc Roads does find something. A PTC will find Potter in the end. Still, Laz and his teammate ready to go for that retake. But it's not gonna be easy with PTC. Oh, this is perfect. The crunch is huge. Patman is sharp as heck, and so is Laz. But where is Laz gonna go? All 3 angles covered.
Predicted this.
And he falls. NAOS, they bring it back. Another point on the board.
Oh, lovely round coming for NAOS. This is something that Full Sense used to do on the attacking side, right? Which is pressure multiple portions of the map. They took control over A-Main, pushed down towards mid. I thought things would have been really dicey when the spam kill came through to deny the spike plant, but they just had barely enough time to get it down the second time. And so NAOS will win it out at the very end, thanks to the lurk from PTC as well, coming all the way from that Suez position. So success found by NAOS. They've got a little bit of a blueprint on how they want to approach these rounds, pull these rotations across the map against Full Sense. You've got Potter tucked in this corner. Drone spots him out though, but an instant TP away will avoid any initial contact.
It feels so slippery, right? When you're playing against like Patman or
Yeah,
even
and then
Potter.
you're-
Yeah. Sometimes you think like, okay, he's all the way up in the open here. Gets that util down. The owl drone didn't get anything. Just TPs away. Still a lot of emphasis down mid here. Notes the sound of gunfire down mid. Killua hasn't moved at all. He has his teammates util to play with. His Razor Vine has been broken here. But no one moving quite yet.
They double up here to behind the doors for Full Sense. They're
Both
expecting
teams
this
are,
kind of a
actually.
push.
Oh, this is gonna be huge.
It's a
Now
great read.
yeah, they're just waiting to push out. They can, and it's perfect. Leviathan good for 1, and Killua repositions. So if say his teammate does come close, will fall. And Sultan, oh, he's looking to re-challenge here. No clue where the other two are. No one holding close. But the flash already on the side here. Potter tucks
Gotta
himself
go.
all the way to the backside.
Oh.
And
Down
for some
mid.
reason, NAOS still trying to
30
force down
seconds
mid.
left.
Punish once again here. Walks up. Laz not buying that bait at all. And Laz holding through the smokes. Not deterred at all by the fast lane, by the smokes. And it's just huge numbers for Full Sense and NAOS. Unfortunately for them, not able to break this defense.
Yeah, the round previous NAOS had a beautiful read, but instantly answered back by Full Sense this time around. The double hold down towards the doors, no utility to push them through. They just walk into the crossfire, the meat grinder, and then the last 2 duelists stuck alone by themselves onto B long. The split of the B side essentially cut in half, eliminated 1 prong of it, so it loses all of its threats, all of its scariness, I guess, and a big timer by NAOS. Yeah, I think I would have taken 1 too. Right, you've been instantly found out by how you want to play this map just after 1 single round. Full Sense really has their number right now.
Really do. I mean, just now you talked about Full Sense's, performance on this map. This is, they've just played this map very recently. Now, for me personally, I thought that NAOS will be a little bit more prepared going up against a team like Full Sense, right? The VODs are up there very recently, but I didn't really take into account another thing about Full Sense. Every single player is capable of aiming, and every single player is capable of multi-frags. We saw Killua and Leviathan just single-handedly hold 1 choke, taking out 2-3 players at 1 shot. We have Laz going a 1v2 and winning these fights. It's incredible.
That's placing alarm box.
Exactly your point, Tash. They've got such great aim, so how do you counter that? You need utility. In that round prior, no utility to flush them out, no utility to make them confused, distracted, disjointed. It was just a push down towards one of the tightest choke points in the entire map. So they will pay the ultimate price. It's only a Hero Vandal in the hands of PTC for this round for
And it's a
NAOS.
choke hold again. Look at Leviathan.
They
Holding
really want
true.
this.
They really want it. They've put so much pressure on this double doors. And time again, they fail. This time around, could it be different? Mosher pushes up forward. Leviathan still wins that. And that util will be the bane of their existence. Patman to fall one by one. NAOS, they're stuck. And Javi can't do anything. Classic in hand. And the thorns are just a bit much to deal with. PTC with that Hero Vandal in hand. It's perfect. Killua to fall as well. Now, the numbers are dwindled, but it's only a one-man deficit for NAOS compared to Full Sense.
Portal closed.
And Full Sense, they're eager to take up more space. They're holding all the way far up here. Belong, no entry before any fights. Into A site, look at the amount of util on there. The only thing they have control of is mid.
Exactly, and you've got Leviathan
30
watching
seconds left.
for the Suez position. They fully give up mid because, hey, guys, NAOS, you guys gotta plant the spike. You can take mid for all you want, for all I care. You gotta end up in one of the sites, and it looks like it's going to the domain of Les. He's got all his utilities set up there. It might be a troublesome one because there's no more time left on the clock. They have to commit now.
10 seconds left.
His position has been noted. Cages will be up here. He's trying to just spray the heck out of anyone who tries to go for those sprays. Now it's going huge here. Leviathan catching them
remaining.
off guard. 4K,
Strike down
almost
A.
the ace. He's alone here. Laz gonna deny that. And what a round it is.
Match
NAOS
point.
tried to buy so much time, keeping them in the dark. But the problem is with Full Sense is that they are just so aware of how NAOS will play each round.
The self-stun here, we didn't see in the replay, but Mo just stunned himself. That was so unfortunate, sliding into his stun. And Leviathan will feast. I mean, the monster that he is. 4 kills in that round, top of the scoreboard, 17 and 10. You know, he had a little bit of a quiet showing yesterday in the first matchup against RQ Academy, but today he's looking like a different beast. And well, now this is their last chance to success. Look at all of their ultimates. They're all one-off. So we could see a waterfall of ultimates in this round if they're able to pick up that ult orb, get the spike down. Could have a lot of legs to it, but Full Sense, I think they're expecting this as well. We've got the Cypher changed up, anchoring down this B site as they slowly creep up behind the smoke and prepare for this execute.
Water holding back here. Almost got baited by the flash, and Patman through the cage uses its advantage. But Potter answers back here. A push out forward, Mosher to find one. But Potter, he's been doing the numbers. It's huge. He trades out, makes sure that every single teammate is avenged. And NAOS forced to move away from B with their tails between their legs. Perhaps going for a re-hit here. Leviathan walking up. Where is he looking? He's so low. Knife in hand here. They're gonna swing. He's gonna fall. And so is Potter. NAOS, don't count them out quite yet. They're not done. It's looking great. Sephiroth left alone. 3 versus 1. I don't doubt the
30
capabilities
seconds
of this
left.
player for these multi-frags. Isolating the angles. But I'm pretty sure in this situation, NAOS, they must be feeling really good. Positions are noted. 1 in halls, 2 going over too long. A lot of layers in this post plant. Positions noted already. And the rest of the players of NAOS quick to reposition. The smokes are huge here. Sephiroth trying to play a game of smoke and mirrors. Pushes out. Good for 1. Sultan falls, but Javi 8K will be the one to find him in the end.
Things could have gotten very, very dicey. But again, credit to NAOS. They were aware of a potential push. Leviathan, you know, a bit too lackadaisical there. Knife out, walking up B long. And when he got eliminated so early in that push, Potter back was turned. And they were able to easily pick up that frag as well. So now stave off another very scary round, right? The double duelists both getting traded out on that execute thanks to the Steel Garden as well from the defensive side from Killua. So now they have another chance to strike. 5 ultimates on the board for the NAOS squad. 6 rounds the difference in an attempt to stay alive in this map and go into overtime. The drone to clear out deep towards A. It's only just the Cypher here for the time being on this defense. Locked down to be invested. I'm assuming a boatload of ultimates to follow as well.
Seize is gonna come through there just to buy a bit more time and space. He's ready for it. The decoy to go first here. A quick TP onto the side. Patman already planting that spike. Now, He does go through here, and Potter spams the heck out of him. Moves out the way. The dimensional drift does save him. The fast lane as well to give him a bit more space. The location has been revealed. The spy dart does find him. Now Laz quietly trying to come through here. The cage will give him a bit more space. A tap to come forward. Potter has dimensional drift. He's online. Spots all the members of NAOS there holding. But this back stab could be massive. Good to find Javi. He TP's back, goes up. Here comes the overdrive. Mosier wants to fight back. Good for one here. Patman is not done quite yet. Killua falls. A flash to make it perfect. Leviathan just holding for dear life, but he can't. PTC, he's done the biggest lurk of his life. And NAOS, brick by brick, is going to walk this long road to bring it back.
Oh, thank God for that. It was so chaotic down towards main. Full sense, not actually able to flush out that tight corner from towards main, you know, that cubby. And because of that, there was so many angles for him to watch for. And of course, you've got the insurance policy in the form of Sultan going on that long lurk all the way around. And so, yeah, NAOS, because they only use a very minimal amount of utility to execute into the site, they had so much for the post-plant, and Full Sense just did not have the equipment or the utilities or the read that was correct to answer that one. And
You
so
can start to see. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just want to say, you can start to see that NAOS is starting to go really, really fast now. You could tell that momentum is slowly building up, and this is how they like to play.
Well, let's see if that momentum will benefit them. Looks like it's going to be the case. It's just the wall on the B side. The Astra slowly going to be creeping over for the time being. Full Sense take control over mid, but no one's there to receive. It's just a killjoy, but actually if they move further ahead, PTC might be in a bit of an issue.
He's holding, and he knows. Well read here, Killua to fall. Does he know that Leviathan is close? Oh, that is timing. Looks the wrong way. Leviathan. Footsteps will give him away here. Knows the existence of the alarm bot. Quick shot forward. Flash as well. The perfect setup for Mosier to set him up for success. Get brought on the back side here. Fortunate for him, will fall Javi as well. This is quick. This is swift. And this is the NAOS that we want to see. PTC. Holding those corners, Leviathan, beautiful, tries to check him, but he's just sharper on that trigger. Quick, beautiful flash to come through. Potter, good for one, but against a 4, it's much, but he will still try. One more flash to go. No one is trying to just fight him alone here, and NAOS this time around, that is the teamwork we want to see.
Okay, I see you now. Round by round, 3 rounds now in a row. It was a little bit of a low buy, but still credit to PTC for finding that push down towards mid. And they were very privy of that double flank coming through as well. So now timeout being called by Full Sense. It is.
I'm quite surprised that it's actually this late into the game. I thought it would be a little bit more earlier, but I guess they didn't feel they really needed to find something to break this momentum away from NAOS. As we know, for NAOS, right, they're a team that is just so heavy on momentum. If they feel good, they play well. If they chain rounds, it's very similar to what we see from Zol, who's able to just 13-0 Zipto when they feel really good.
Ooh. But they gotta be careful. I think we've seen multiple teams in the history of Valorant reach that coveted 12 on the board, and then they let go a couple too many rounds. The momentum falls back towards their opponent, and then things get really dicey when it goes into overtime. So Full Sense really want to avoid that scenario. An important timeout right now to understand how NAOS are forging this attacking side. They've been fast, they've been decisive. The double duelists are finding their successes, but I do believe that Full Sense can bounce back right here. We've got the double sentinel compositions to anchor down those sites. As long as they have a correct read, the sentinels should be able to buy enough time for a fast rotate, potentially have a flood retake as well. But still, ultimate economies in the favor of NAOS. They've got the Hunter's Tree as well as the Cosmic Divide available for this round. Might be pivotal to push Full Sense back on another eco. Let's see what they have in store. 4 players NAOS down towards B. But the double sentinel setup. Red. Look at this. Vice as well as Cypher.
PTC doing his job. Instantly Leviathan falls. That's one of their, information gatherers gone already. Now Laz's util will be broken. They know it's just a fake here. Aldrin just goes above him. I'm not sure if I actually spot out Laz. Here comes the Hunter's Fury. Everyone is just moving in tandem onto the site. Laz not going to push, a little bit too eager. Killua holding. Decides to play together with his teammates. The sprays are huge here. Potter and Killua. Just so much firepower. And just like that, the round is over. Full Sense finally convert that timeout and take map 1. And I feel like behind is such a perfect Tejo map. So many angles and and crannies just clear out. But at the end of the day, this agent just came up, perhaps not ready quite yet. So they're just gonna be playing with something they're a little bit more familiar with. Regardless, coming into this one, I'm loving the fact that we have this this Fade. I feel like Fade is just an agent made for bind, but at the same time, I feel like Vice, very, very underrated, especially here.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at how Harvey uses that KO as well. I think it's an agent that we don't see a lot on bind, but if used effectively up against Zipto, as we saw, could be real devastating. So now starting on this attacking side, up against Full Sense on the defense. We've got a 4-player stack already from Full Sense here towards A, and the read looks like it's going to be correct as now send 4 players down towards Showers.
Hurt the pings of the Alt Orb as well, and Killua decides to play a little bit back. Possibly I've heard like more than 2 pairs of footsteps as Javi 8K pushing down long here, spots nothing, hoping to see Full Sense go aggressive, but that Prowler is a telltale.
And again, this is the slow-paced attack side rounds that we saw NAOS try to implement on the previous map. Unfortunately, didn't have too much room to play around with, but now they have the full map of bind to exploit this. They're going into the only controller here onto this B side. It's Sephiroth holding down towards Hookah, cautious of long as well, so 2 angles to watch around with, 4 in his faces.
That Molly will deny them entry onto Hookah. Sephiroth happy just move back here. PTC taking a lot of damage from the initial trade. Dwindled down to only 3 HP left. 30 seconds to go. They need to explode on the side. And here comes the execution. The knife comes through. The nades, the little bro, and they walk through a smoke. Mosier wins that. Sephiroth falls. But the smokes are already set. Patman to find 1. Leviathan for 2 somehow through that chaos. PTC with only 3 HP. Javi 8K, the only one relatively healthy. The timing is huge, and his shots are massive. Javi dwindles down the numbers to 1v2. And they don't have to worry about losing more members as well, as Leviathan will fall, the pistols fall onto NAOS' laps.
Ooh, things could have gotten real dicey if Javi didn't win that trade there to stop the wingman from being actually defusing the spike. So credit to him. PTC was a mile away. He was all the way towards this A side with 3 HP to boot. So if Javi went down there, I think Full Sense might have just won out that round. Leviathan with a crazy double kill coming out through the spawn smoke, marking the side smoke actually. So now crucial pistol. They didn't win pistol on the previous map, so kicking off strong right here as Full Sense send 4 of their players down towards Showers. Trying to be a little bit sneaky. There's the Arcros there, but if you don't trigger it, there's no information or confirmation that they could be right around the corner.
Oh, PTC was so aware. The flash comes through and it forces the rest of Full Sense back. They break the Arcros as well. They suspected it's coming in from short, but all eyes were on the B side here. Sephiroth is just anchoring the side all on his own. He has the smokes, he has the poison wall as well. But Sephiroth has not moved an inch. They think he's all the way in the backside. Unfortunately for him, that shorty can only do just a little bit of damage, just dwindling down Patman to a little bit less than half HP. Javi 8K, he wants more space. Push up forward here. Potter, beautiful headshot. Blast has still not been spotted. The jump shot forward as Potter.
Last player standing.
Happy to let his teammate just really take that space for him. Become the sacrifice as PTC finds him in the end. NAOS, full control of the map, walking all over.
I do hope that Full Sense are aware that PTC has run through the A side and flanked there 2 rounds in a row already. Granted, this round, not too much impact. It was just an Ecron anyway, right? So, at least for the gun rounds, they need to be aware that PTC could lurk towards A. There's no sentinel ability on the Full Sense side, so they need to put bodies there to mark that position. Because if PTC continues to have that kind of impact with the lurks, he could call for rotations, for fakes. It could be quite annoying for Full Sense to handle with, but it looks like it's gonna be a full site commit and exactly into this A side. Just 2 players here to mark it for Showers.
Everything in the kitchen sink used. Sultan here, the only one holding. He was not expecting this many Full Sense members to be this far back. PTC rushing forward here, ready for him. What a shot. So clean.
Spike planted.
The plant does come through here. Mosier playing these close angles. Full Sense previously had played a lot of shotguns. But so far, the last two attempts did not work in their favor here. Sends out the Dizzy as well, finds nothing. The perfect pop flash is needed here. They want to go aggressive. They want to just completely overwhelm the members of Full Sense. And they do. Pushes up forward, finds one. Breaks little bro, but a Leviathan and Potter, they answer, leaving Mosier all alone. It's just too much to handle. Full Sense taking minimal damage on this round 3.
That is a picture-perfect response from Full Sense on how to deal with a full A-shot commitment. You can see them, the two defenders both pushing down towards showers, gaining that control. They took one more player to assist them through the teleporter, so they hold and 3 defenders marking down showers. Caught the 2 players from the NAOS side trying to push showers to disrupt that kind of hold. And then from then on out, they could pincer the site, wait for the players coming in from defender spawn, and really put the pressure onto NAOS as they all huddle up towards a short. So fantastic protocols coming in from Full Sense so far. And a good anti-bonus to kick off their start on Bind.
A lot of noise here. Leviathan actually takes his suppression. Decides against peeking, decides to play a little bit more far back. Thankfully for him, that flash could have gone down. Bit of pressure, but now it's going to be happy with this tiny little duck. But here comes the party. Both teams just jumping around here, and Mosier will be the one to fall. Not gonna be easy to get onto site now. Doesn't mean they don't try. They do have Thresh online already just to clear out that space in that corner. But look at that. That peek by PTC gives away his position. The rest of NAOS, they're still looking to commit. Sephiroth somehow wins that fight over on A site. But for the rest of Full Sense, they're still holding NAOS. Question marks all around here. A bit of hesitation as well. The util is not making it easy for them to break into this defense.
Great mollies to delay.
Yeah, mollies as well. Snake bites. Here comes the Dizzy as well. The flash anti. But Lance still takes the brunt of that. But the firepower is too much to handle. Sultan coming in from Hookah. He's all alone. No clue where the other 2 members are. A nice high-low. Sephiroth coming in from CT as well. Nowhere close to that spike. Timing will not favor him as Killua finds him in the end.
You know, the mollies were so oppressive, Tash. Every single corner, you had the Gecko, so the Marsh, and then you had the Snake Bite coming from Laz. And actually, if you take a look at the entire composition of Full Sense, every single one of these agents has an ability to be thrown at a choke point to stop a push. You got the Paint Shells, you got the Seas, you got the Marsh Pit, you've got the Incendiary on the Brim, you've got the Snake Bite on Laz. So every single choke point that these players are holding could be stopped with one of their abilities. So NAOS needs to keep in mind of those abilities that could deter their pushes and really try to will down all of that before they go in for a commitment.
Good hold here. Fortunately for him, that shot does not connect. PTC takes a lot of damage from that, actually.
Grenade!
He needs to clear out the backside here. Mosier with the Bucky inside. He can do a lot of damage with Leviathan. He tracks, and he's not done quite yet. Every single member of NAOS falls. It was like a meat grinder just trying to get into B side.
Again, look, there's just a very simple snake bite being thrown outside a hookah. Everyone jumping down instantly takes double damage. So if NAOS aren't able to exploit and try to get all the utility out of Full Sense early on in the rounds when they go for these kinds of executes, yeah, the Rays may get in, but the rest of the team, they have to step their feet inside these mollies and they will pay heavily for it. So another beautiful round orchestrated by Full Sense. They had 3 players on the B side as well. This time 4. What a read from Full Sense. 4 players now on this B side. And now most of the members here as well.
Life spots no one. So NAOS can take their time here. But the rest, a Full Sense. Nice hold onto Octagon. Good flash, and they answer back with their own. The Dizzy comes through here. Good for 1, good for 2. NAOS, Mosier and Patman, 1 each.
Everyone's blind.
Everyone's blind, but it's just that
Zavi.
the pop flash from Javi 8K was just faster.
Yeah. That's the KO value right there.
Last moving down mid here. Looking for that peak. Sultan? I think they barely missed each other here. Decides against going aggressive. Killua. Full Sense trying to go aggressive one more time. Mosier, that hold was perfect. Breaks the entirety of the Full Sense defense on that B site. Leaving Laz all alone. Checking to see if he can catch anyone off guard. Finds nothing. Perhaps can go for some exit frags, make it a bit more expensive if he wants, but I think he's just gonna save and be safe. But
yeah, they know the last place
planted.
was this B side, so they're just gonna
Mojo
mark
right
for
for him.
any corner that they would want. Mojo picks up a quad kill. Lovely stuff coming in from him, and yeah, as you mentioned early on the round, that flash preemptive breaks that crossfire setup. It was meant to be a bit of a bait and switch, right? When the Raze gets contact and then the Gecko will flash, but the preemptive flash from the KO there was everything.
remaining.
And then the defense, you know, lacking manpower, has to go aggressive to get a little bit of information, and Mojo will very efficiently eliminate both of them.
it's very, very close, these rounds. Just when you think that NAOS is about to run away with so many rounds in a row, Full Sense take it back. The momentum back in NAOS' hands. Wall set up already. NAOS, this time around, very privy of Full Sense's aggressive style play. Not allowing them to take space inside of Hookah. Smoke play is huge here. Killua staying safe, not daring to take too much space.
Otter's got an op down towards Showers as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think he's fired a bullet yet, so they have no idea. Might just walk for this.
Perfect shot by Potter to open things up. PTC falls. But the rest of NAOS, undeterred, quick to take up space and immediately sends out Thrash. Sends them all on a beeline, and unfortunately for Laz, he's gonna be caught. Immediately falls, immediately reacts. The other members of Full Sense here now put in a very rough spot. As you already know, back online once again. Sephiroth quick to find one. Killua, the perfect rotation. As the Nightfall falls, the rest of Full Sense just pivot out of the way. But now Sultan, left all alone here, cannot find him. They go for the peek, and Sephiroth finds him in the end. Full Sense, a round that didn't feel like it could have gone in their favor, somehow salvaged.
Yeah, I mean, Full Sense have very, very effectively held this A site, or at least kept a couple of players alive on this A site for the retake. They're more than happy to give the site over. The only kill was thanks to Thrash here for NAOS. Other than that, it was a beautiful pincer maneuver from every single corner for Full Sense. The lurk coming in from the flank for Killua, catching a bit of an unfortunate timing for Patman jumping up, but then again, you had Potter anchoring down Showers. NAOS had no control over any portion of the map. They tried to take CT, tried to take Defender spawn, but it wasn't successful. And this time again, now they have no option.
No,
A has always failed. They have to go B.
Forced to TP as well. The util thrown out here takes a fair bit of damage. To the Roomba, here comes Mosier, forced to move forward. Orbital Strike already expended this early. But it does work out in their value. Patman already taken out of the game. Leviathan, however, does take a lot of damage. Dwindled down to only 2 HP left. A Full Sense, they don't know fear. They're still holding very aggressively. Mosier taking up a bit more space. The Prowler will spot him in the end. As Leviathan plays very, very close. His teammates try to bait them to kind of swinging up forward. And I think that NAOS is kind of privy to that information here. As soon as the poison wall goes down, it might be bad. Mosier immediately breaks one more, and that smoke will just keep Leviathan alive for a while longer.
Look at all the delay utility. It's so effective.
But here comes the Steel Garden as well. The wall, the nades, the Moj. Mosier goes down. In fact, goes for 2 with Sultan. Killua did manage to get one in the end there with that shorty. Sephiroth not done quite yet. A good shorty to face will kill every single person. PTC left all alone here against Potter. A retake with an op is not going to be easy. Showstopper is online. You are completely right here. And both players just reading each other like a book. Reading each other's movements
10 seconds left.
to a T. Potter's movements and rotations is huge here. This has to go through
Planted.
the area of baths. It's huge. He's raiding here. The op comes through. He whiffs, unfortunately, but PTC comes up on top. It was like watching 2 players reading the same page. Oh, that was a nail-biting round.
Oh, that both players had the right read. I loved the idea from Potter to rotate all the way around to Showers because, you know, usually if you want to retake from Showers, you would just take the teleporter. But he didn't, so no audio cues being heard. But then PTC, I don't know how he was aware of it. I guess just this due diligence, right? Checking the flank and that whiff shot from the operator, that will cost him dearly. So great recovery from NAOS at the very end. It could have gotten a lot scarier if they didn't have that Steel Garden to actually disrupt the weapons of all the players on that B side. So thank you to Lucky Stars, thank you to PTC to actually come up with a huge clutch right there, but Full Sense still got cash to splash around with. So Operator being bought up yet again by Potter. He's got his showstopper. He did use it the previous last Bacchus Pet as well if required.
Knife will find out Killua here, forced back. Mosier
Get him.
going very aggressively forward. Flashed already there. Roomba sent out all the way to backside. The util will just displace all the members of Full Sense. But the Seas will deny them a bit more space there. Mosier just waiting to fight back. They do clear the backside with that orbital strike here. Mosier running for his life, and so does the member of Full Sense. Just scatter all over to the left side of sight here. Killua sharp as ever. Mosier falls. Here comes the party as Killua somehow gets one. Potter as well. It is cacophony through this chaos, and it's not NAOS coming up on top. In fact, it's Full Sense. And now PTC left alone. A high-low taking up damage. Where are they looking here? Immediate trades all around here in Full Sense. They get the round.
Incredible work coming in from Full Sense. I don't know how they stayed off all of this pressure. You can see the X's on the map. They were all stuck towards U-Haul. Every single player from both squads essentially duking it out in that small little cubby. Somehow Full Sense, they just have the better utility. They win out those gunfights. A crucial kill with the rocket right here from Potter, and a trade frag with the Operator down in U-Haul. Not a usual spot to see him in, and then the paint shells just to flush PTC into a committed angle as well. Full Sense, their retakes on this A side, despite it being a little bit messy at times, they still always win it. Now they get the spike down on A, but they can't hold in the post-bled. Important timeout now being called, but now to reevaluate their options. They've been losing A time and time again.
Interesting enough, it's very different, right? The trajectory of how this particular map goes. It's a lot more aggressive, it's a lot faster, at least in terms of execute. And you're not seeing the heat map taking fights in like so many parts of the map, like in Pearl. I can think both teams here are just kind of like throwing their bodies together, and it's always quick trades all around. But NAOS, the problem is they go big for that first contact, maybe getting 2 or 3 early. But the response for that mid-round response by Full Sense is what's really kind of like throwing them off here.
Yeah, the problem is for NAOS is they can't win on the A side. Even though the rounds get super close, they use the orbital strike, it flushes everyone out, they still cannot convert it. So it kind of leaves them with no other option than to try to test B. But Full Sense are always aware of that. So they heavily stack towards this B side, knowing that they're very comfortable retaking A. So this leaves NAOS in a very awkward situation. Both sides know exactly where they're gonna end up.
Look at all this util. You have the Mosh, you have the 0 point, and you have Leviathan somehow getting a headshot to PTC. And already down the side, flooding through here, not aware
Spike
of Laz.
down.
They go aggressive. They're paying for it with their life. Mosier trying to make something happen.
player
Can't hold on.
standing.
The players of Full Sense just throwing off crosshairs left, right, and center. And now it's Javi all alone here. Somehow managed to just sneak his way all the way back here. The sprays are good here with that Spectre. Finds Sephiroth, a good flash, but Laz finds him in the end before more damage is done. Just like that, Full Sense gets 6 points in the bag.
Laz did God's work right there. And again, Tash, you look at the mollies, he just drops one snake bite in. But of course, the first kill, crazy from the Leviathan. But look at this, they're all vulnerable up, running around. Flicks onto the second is crazy. And still manages to get that final kill in the end as well. I mean, these anchors on the Full Sense squad have been divine. And if you can't get the plant down on B, and if you can't win the rounds on A, where do you end up? It's super scrappy. These opening kills as well for Full Sense. Leviathan in the previous. And this time, not testing long. Now trying a different sort of approach. 3 men towards Hookah for the initial contact.
Rumba to go through once again. Waiting out that poison wall. Finds nothing. Toxic screens are down, and Laz decides, okay, I don't think anyone is here quite yet, so I'm just gonna throw my body onto A, just kind of even down the numbers. Now is they're really taking their time to just have a feel of this map this time.
That is what they need. They need to whittle down the utility of Full Sense, get rid of the paint shells, the mollies, the Caesars, because if not, their executes, we've seen it time and time again, it gets absolutely stuffed. So I like the slow-paced approach, but still, it hasn't really drawn out a lot of utility from Full Sense though. They're still holding on to a lot of it.
Rushing up here in tandem with that Dizzy, and somehow Potter will fall. Mosier was just very patient, waiting for that rotation, and immediately the rest of NAOS, understanding that the defensive has been broken, decides just quickly TP onto the B site. Here's all the sounds inside of Hookah, where they're aware here. Leviathan unfortunately will whiff here. Sultan takes advantage of that. Full control of site this time around. Cleaner take from NAOS. Playing a game of smoke and mirrors, just playing with their minds. Have to wait out the util here. They do have a haunt to work with, but that knife will deny them of that opportunity. Forced to just peek out dry. Now the Torrents will not allow Mosier to just quickly peek out as well, so both teams on a stalemate. Wall bangs all around, good to find Patman. But still, time not on their side here. They know that PTC is in heaven. Mosier wants to go aggressive here, pushes out, catches Laz in the mid of that reload. And this time around, it's Full Sense on the back foot, not trying to take more fights here, and Killua as well. Unfortunately, will not be able to land the killing shot. Is looking great here. Perhaps this is the start that NAOS needs to chain rounds in a row.
That entire round was Moja's doing, right? That first opening pick in that tight little corner catches Potter with the operator in rotation, calls for the instant teleport, brings every single one of his team members over, and unfortunately for Full Sense, Leviathan has a pretty significant whiff onto Javi all the way towards Octagon. And you know, when you lose 2 players instantly as your anchors on the B side, it's so difficult. B side on Bind, one of the hardest sites to retake in the entirety of Valorant. So you get 2 opening picks just like that. Moja, credit to him. That is exactly how you want to go up against a Full Sense squad.
Oh, that's perfect. That Dizzy finds out Leviathan. Unfortunately for him, he's stuck, forced to TP away here. Rendezvous once again with his teammate. Sends out the mosh pit as well just to buy time. And here comes the Thrash. Finds nothing, immediately obliterated. And down goes that Viper's pit as well. Takes up so much space, even Octagon here. And Laz positioning himself in a more aggressive angle. No movement yet. PTC hoping to see if anyone were to push out. Finds nothing. And now NAOS
a good play right now would be to go through Hookah and just wrap around the pit. Ignore the pit and go around it. Yeah. But the majority of Full Sense are here as well.
They're already inside as well here. PTC waiting. The walls are through. Still guarded to answer back. Forced to go into the site blind. Look at all that util. Mosier has nothing that he can work with. Javi good for one at the very least. Good for the trade. PTC here playing in the pit itself. He's low, but he still wants to try and fight it. DK is already solo. Finds Killua all alone. But that's not who wants to see. It's PTC, and he does find him in the end. Nowadays here, Sultan, the master, the gatekeeper of Hookah. The pit does go down eventually here. Windows down the number here. Good peek out by Sephiroth onto Patman. No clue where Javi is. Nice little flash up here. No movement quite yet. They know where he is already.
One enemy.
Waits for the right timing, but Sultan and Javi AK get it done. It's huge, and NAOS somehow manages to bring it to a 6-6.
Switching sides.
Alright guys, welcome back to NAOS versus Full Sense on Bind. This is the second half of the second map. It was a really nice start from Full Sense to kick it off, but NAOS biting back at the last few rounds. Now we swap sides. NAOS on this defense, picking up the orb instantly already. Early control over showers. It's nice to have. Full Sense though, expecting aggression there. Just gonna play a little bit more safer.
Waiting for the right time to get onto the site here. They do have the toxic wall up. Getting a feel of the map. Full Sense. They're okay, just really take some time here. Sultan, a more aggressive approach. Patman right behind him here. It's perfect that Molly, just to buy a bit of space, pushes Full Sense back. That's perfect for them. Walking all the way down long. They do have thorns and smoke as well, just to really buy a bit more time. No sound made at all. The power will be used. A haunt as well. Gives them all the information in the world. They know there's more than one there. Decide to pivot through the TP. It's going to be a rush toward A, but do they know? There's so many bodies there already waiting for them. TP, PTC playing in the corner here. Somehow goes for 2.
30 seconds left.
Not aware, not ready. Jumps up here with the right click to the face. Leviathan finally silences him. Tries to even out the numbers. Leviathan for 2. Can't plant. He's so low right now. His teammate so far away here. Both players just swinging out all together. Leviathan and Killua putting down the numbers. 25 HP left, 12 seconds to go. They don't have a lot of
10
time. They
seconds
have to push. Javi playing from triple falls. We'll get a pick off finally. And Pistols going to NAOS once again.
Whoa, full sense. They didn't have anyone actually towards that A side, so they really had no information, no advanced positioning,
30
and of
seconds
course a big misplay right here. Not checking your close corners. Triple kill being found, and that just instantly shut down anything that they would want to do on towards that A side. So NAOS looking pretty firm so far. They had a couple of players towards that A side expecting a potential push, or at least rotation from the teleporter, and it was perfectly handled with. Full sense now. Again on that low buy round of theirs. Bit of an eco.
Aggression. Oh no, not a single shot actually landed this time. Marger as well gets away with only a bit of chip damage forward here. Last coming up forward here will just trigger the wall. Unafraid here. He wants to go and fight a pop flash, but it's Javi 8K that walks into his crosshair, has his head blown. It's a matter of I'm not stuck here with you, you're stuck here with me. The nade thrown out the backside just to clear off these corners here. Full sense trying to make this low buy work well in their favors with that opening here. That toxic orb will just deny them a bit more space into U-Haul. Shots once again from Mosier. A lot of pressure used as well, but Full sense just taking their time, just crossing left, right, and center. Laz still in full control of U-Haul as well. As the smoke dissipates here, Potter looking to catch people off guard, and somehow he remains alive. Mosier to fall next. Potter doing God's work. PTC trades, excuse me, as Sultan all the way in the backside here has no way to break through this post plant. Leviathan and his teammates have a nice little crossfire set up here. Marsh just really buy some time. As you notice, one even close. Batman for one. PTC as well. Sultan, one each. Gets it to a half. Denies the time. Sephiroth played perfectly with his util as well. What a clutch, and somehow Full sense this low buy works so well in their favor.
Oh no, a massive blunder from NAOS. Look at this. This is how it started off. Last just creeping. They knew he was there. He tripped the wall in the smoke. Potter lands a crucial kill.
Clutch.
And the lineups. Line up Larry Sephiroth from downtown all the way back in spawn. Sends out the incendiary to secure the final kill as well. Oh, NAOS must be just absolutely in shambles. That was a massive loss right there. That could have been a start to something great for the second half, but instantly answered back with an eco. PTC the only one with a rifle in this one, and it looks like Fulton's gonna run it back yet again.
Here comes Dizzy. Mosier undeterred, staying safe, but unfortunately for him, they check him, and he falls. Great opening by Potter. Gets that plant. Sultan forced back because of that. Because of the poison as well. Sephiroth, this is a very aggressive angle here. He swings. There's two. PTC close by. Trades instantly. But they're so aware. Knows exactly where everyone is here. Sultan to have a nice little wide swing. But over on the other end, Potter finds PTC in the end. The nade will buy a bit more time, denying them that space. There's smokes as well set up just to make sure they can crossfire each other. Last Forgotten End here will just spray, and that is the power of teamwork. It's just so beautifully done.
Yeah, they're very much aware of any position that NAOS could be coming from for that retake. Lovely work to find that opening kill. They didn't even, try to contest these close range angles. You can see they threw the snake bite towards U-Haul. They put the smokes down in the middle of the site. And they didn't actually push it, right? Because they know that there could be shotguns waiting for them on the other side of the wall. Could have close range sheriffs as well. So they don't take the risk. They just get the spike down. They play the post-ban lineups. They mark the flank as well. And that is just picture perfect stuff from Full Sense. They convert that second round. Now, gun round from both of these squads. Let's see who wins out on this one. Ultimate available for PTC. Steel Garden on that defensive side. But Full Sense still playing it nice and slow. As NAOS take control over this Showers position. A high-low setup, it seems, from Moja and Xavi. Full Sense creep close towards this smoke.
Peeks around here, taking his time. Don't think that Sultan has been seen quite yet. The smokes are here, and Full Sense says, alright, it's a one-way. I don't think we should be challenging this. No clue what's behind the toxic screen. No clue what's coming with that one-way as well.
They tried to trip the wall, right? The wall was there in the previous round, so they sent out Potter to try to trip the wall and maybe reduce the utility, but it's not there. So now they have a little bit of an inkling. The Vice might be on the other side of the map. So now I'm gonna test this B side, see what they get in store.
Walking up long. They already have the arc row set up as well. The Thorns, here comes Dizzy. That's all the information they need now. Is kept very, very safe here. High trajectory to play with already on the side despite the flash. He is just unworried at all. PTC cannot hold on to the backside here. The Mosh will deny them access into elbow at the very least. And Patman looking to challenge. He does have Dizzy. He also has Little Bro to be playing with as well. Unfortunately for him, his position will be known already. They know he's close. Last playing beside the smokes here. Unfortunately for him, he gets flashed by Sultan over the other end. But Killua and Sephiroth, they put a damage, push the pain, and Leviathan wall bangs him to submit the reins. Full sense. They are looking to snowball this till the end.
Lovely execute straight in. Credit to Killua's Horn. It actually spotted out PGC at the back of the side, so it was just easy pickings. So Potter knew exactly where to zero his aim in on, and after that opening kill, Patman couldn't do anything. As a Gecko, what can you do? You don't have a scan ability. You can't exactly spam through the smoke. And then when they try to explode out from the CT position, right? Full sense. Instantly just decimate 3 of them in the blink of an eye. Looking super clean on this attacking side. Similar to that we saw on Pearl. 3 in a row. Low buy round this time.
Oh god, Mosier. Unlucky. Both teams getting 1 each. What is that shot? Swings out, headshot to the face. He falls. These low buy rounds are the most dangerous, arguably, for both these teams. Shift in mindset is insane. Patman holding close here, hoping to catch Sephiroth off guard, and he might. Walking up. Timing should be huge here. Patman holding. And Sephiroth this time around, he does check, sees him first! But Patman reacts faster. The Dizzy to just make sure if no one is close by. One-way smoke to deny Leviathan. Any more info? Oh, there's question marks. No clue where they're coming from. The Torrents are online. Killua forced to hold out in the open as well. One more time. The flash will hit. Somehow both teams keeping healthy. Not anymore. Killua falls. One more time. Pushing people back onto Bath. But it's Javi 8K. That flash is just so oppressive.
Lovely stuff from Javi. He was the only one with the Vandal in that round. The Hero Vandal picks up a triple kill. But it's actually the Sheriffs that actually do the brunt of the work early on in that round. There's a bit of a trade frag going back and forth. The Showers push as well. And a bit of a lackadaisical push coming in from Full Sense, right? Not respecting the stack from NAOS. They didn't have information of where that solo hero rifle was, and they walked straight into it. So, great job from NAOS to punish that, I guess, you know, carefreeness of Full Sense. But not to worry, right? Full Sense still have a full buy coming in for this one, but now they have the ultimate advantage. 3 great ults to work around with for this defensive round. And 4 players backing onto this A side.
Oh no, Mosier.
Ooh, spotted out.
Spotted out, but still survives. Not too much damage taken as well. Still managing to stay alive. A lot of pressure in those smokes as well. So, Full Sense forced to move back.
I would love if Full Sense actually went to take one of the ultimate orbs. You can see Killua and Sephiroth both one of their ultimates. If they manage to take any one of those orbs, I think it would be incredibly useful in an execution or even a post-plan situation. But so far, none to be taken. And now are still holding fast in their defense.
Really deterred at all by the idea or sounds. Not pulled from their sights as well.
This is Reed. They're going into the stack. 4 players on A. It's a retake setup on B, but Javi is just telling his teammates, stay on A. It's gonna be A.
God, here we go. Moving together with that Dizzy. This is so quick. Potter finds nothing. Has an idea. It's inside the smokes, but Potter only good for 1. Leviathan tries to equalize. Can't. Sultan is just too sharp right now. 3 to his name. Coming big here.
Save.
He's warmed up. He feels good. Last, the least he can get is that orb and a save.
Damn. Okay, now what a beautiful read from this entire squad. I'm not sure what was the tell, but they kept 4 players on that A site, expecting them to hit it yet again. They do. Easy as you like. Full retake setup on B. It's not even going to be an issue. Last left alone on this lurk down towards B. And they didn't even need to use any of the important ultimates, right? Look at them. They still sit pretty with 4 in the pocket for NAOS as the economy comes into question for Full Sense. I think they can kind of force together a buy, and yeah, I think this is a great time to call a timeout. Things are getting a little bit too dicey for Full Sense.
They needed it, honestly. It's been too many rounds already. They could not break into They could not just really figure out how exactly NAOS plays.
We're just unable to find out the stack, right? That is the issue with this composition. They have the double controllers, but they don't exactly have a lot of initiator information abilities, right? They have the abilities that can deny access points, which is great on defense, but on attacking side, it's a little bit more difficult to get that info. So you kind of need to put your body on the line, as we see time and time again. Trying to trip the Vice wall, you have to put a body there, right? You can't send a Dizzy, a wingman there to trip it. It has to be a physical body. So if you aren't able to find out where the Vice is being set up, if you aren't able to identify the wall and trip it, it's going to be a nightmare to deal with when you execute. And so far, NAOS, I mean, on top of that, their retakes have been really sublime. The flashes from Javi as well as the 0 point actually getting them a lot of good information.
Yeah, on top of that as well, they're denied so much space because of the rest of the util, the mosh pit, the thorns as well. It's just so good to stall, and then it leaves Full Sense is this sort of like desperation, rush mode just to get the spike down before time runs out.
Full Sense tend to play it a little bit slow, expecting aggression, but NAOS, for what is the majority of this half, haven't really been pushing out too much. The setups, crossfires, and little set plays have been very successful, so there's no need for them to push, and at the very least they found the wall.
They do. Happy to move away from that.
Let's quest one down.
So many side quests here to do, huh?
Yeah, it really is like a side quest. You have to find out where they're stacking in, activate some of the sentinel abilities, and then go for the execute. It seems like they are ready to just full send here towards A.
The Molly is prepped. Sultan just waiting for the right time to do what. That contact could be huge. Mosier barely surviving. Potter trades him out. And here comes the Nightfall. Here comes the little bro just to clear off that site. Orbital Strike will come through here last, trying to find that right time. They see there's rotation. This is perfect. Finds Patman. Sultan also taken out as well. They go all the way to the backside here. Strafes all around, and now somehow PTC wins the backside, but will take out so much damage. 10 HP left here. Good for one more. Trades out quickly by Sephiroth. They get the plant. Javi 8k, the last man standing here, about to be sandwiched to oblivion. We have Killua on the back end. We have a high-low setup. Full Sense this round, off that timeout. Don't know what they talk about, but every time they do, it's a perfect next round after these timeouts.
I'm pretty sure it's exactly as we discussed earlier, right? They need to get information, hit the sentinel utilities, they activate the wall down towards long, and then they put a lurk in towards Hookah. I think similar to what happened in the previous half as well, right? You had one player towards Hookah, called to rotate, called for the rest of the team to come back over towards the B side. And while, I think PTC was in the side, actually gave it a little bit of an issue, but with just 10 HP, the orbital strike chunking him to such low amounts, couldn't find anything more. So another fantastic timeout and round win by Full Sense, but not before NAOS calls their own timeout.
They need to because
they do.
Yeah, one thing about Full Sense is that not only are they sharp, but once they chain rounds, they can chain so many in a row. It's very similar between these two teams. It's just that Full Sense is a little bit more, I would say, dynamic with how they play, and NAOS is a lot more execute and explosive heavy, right? So for NAOS, it's about trying to stop that momentum to come forward, figure out how to break into Full Sense and bring that momentum back into their laps. They've done it before in the previous rounds. But this time around, they're having trouble, especially in this half.
Yeah, and you don't really have a lot of buffer, right? It's 9 to 10. First is 13, of course. It's gonna take home this map win, and if Full Sense do, then, well, series over. NAOS needs a crucial round win right here. The economy is still looking relatively okay. Not the best. I think they might be able to pull something together next round, but the off, I think that is potentially one of the answers. Moja's picking that up. Headed towards short of all places. But the one's there for the time being. Again, it's a B start, bit of a default for Full Sense.
Sound cues noted as well. Full Sense just looking to wait for a crossfire, see if anyone would challenge this smoke, but NAOS hasn't really been super aggressive. They're understanding that it's the site they have to really worry about. Smoke set up already here at Killua. They're looking to trade out here. In fact, pushing through the poison orbs to try to find the right timing. The Prowler clears out the site. Finds nothing already. Javi, that knife will confirm everything. Two, in fact. And they wait.
That's nice. That's really good. So if they can control over... This is quest number 1 again. They can control over long, grab your alt orb, You get that Thresh on Leviathan now, and that is quest 1 completed. Do they want to accelerate into this?
They
Fade
cannot.
out the utility.
A lot of noise.
Oh!
Oh, beautiful spray by Javi, gets advantage, and so does Mosier, finds Laz. Both on very, very separate parts of the map here. In full sense, once again, they want to break through, waiting for the smoke to dissipate. Smoked out already. Here comes Dizzy. They cannot react. The volley, they will disrespect. They push forward here. The blast pack 1-2 used as well. But somehow Potter gets a 180 onto Patman? What on earth is happening? The plant will go down here. Mosher with an up. A retake is going to be hard, but not with the help of his util. The showstopper is online. The null command also up and running as well. Hard to peek out as well. Here he comes. Blast packs forward. Nowhere to look. Finds one. Leviathan thrays. And so does PTC here. A good spray. 1-on-1. But Javi 8K. That crouch wins them the round. And NAOS will also convert their timeout.
Oh, both teams taking timeouts and winning the following round. But neck and neck, it's 10-10, Tash. These two teams inseparable here on Bind. A crucial double ultimate retake called for thanks to Javi. There was no util to stop them from entering. And yeah, that opening kill, a lucky shot perhaps. But you take those. As now they're looking nice so far. Retakes together as one. But the ultimates as well on the other side of things. Full Sends are slowly getting theirs. Thrash available. Viper's Pit potentially for a post plant. And still, Patman holds on to his, and so does PTC. So two great ults, Steel Garden and Thrash, available in the later rounds of this half of this map. Oh, and instantly used. Thrash coming in from showers, push them back. It's a full fast exec here.
Potter already walking straight up into U-Haul as well. Dark Rose does connect, but Full Sense take their time. Look at how far back NAOS has been pushed. No clue on how to get out the site. Smoked off as well, waiting for the right timing. The pit will be making it a lot harder for the retake to happen. But thankfully for them, they also have something in their pocket. That's the Steel Garden. The Thresh does get a pick off here. Unfortunately for Potter, not going to be able to get any value from that judge. Laz good for one here. Right click to PTC's face. Javi, all eyes on the showers here. Laz, nice, quick pick off onto U-Haul. Not done quite yet here, taking the time. Flashing down, Heaven finds nothing. Laz still sprays and somehow still wins it. Moving to the backside here, Leviathan. Unfortunately for him, the timing is just not huge here. Good to find one, the strafes are good. The molly is great, the mosh pit as well. Somehow the whiffs are there, but Full Sense make it work. 11 points already. This is just way too close for comfort.
How's that for a play?
Huge work coming in from Laz. He just navigated around his pit to perfection. Flanks them as they're going for the retake from U-Haul. Despite him having a classic, we didn't see it on stream, but he did get a kill with a classic in his pit. And despite, was it Sultan finding a double kill on the retake to kick things off, it was Laz as that backstabbing Viper catching, what was it, Javi as well, jumping down from Heaven, surviving for such a long time. You got lines from Sephiroth as well. Oh, now issues, economy in question, and a peek not successful, a lineup kill, a capitulation.
Crazy!
Enemy remaining.
What can they do?
Spike
Walking
down
up,
A.
spraying everything. Now I was trying to go aggressive, but Full Sense was very ready for it. The plan is there.
Planted.
This is 12.
PTC, yeah, he has the Sheriff in hand. He is able to land those headshots, but Full Sense, I think they want to make sure that they don't take too much damage here. Tucks themselves so far back already. Behind the boxes here, Killua looking the wrong way. Oh no. Gets an upgrade, it's perfect.
The lineups, no?
They do have lineups. It's just about trying to dwindle down numbers there. Arc Rose set up as well. The Molly will buy a bit more time here. Potter close by as well to swing out in case he does go for that ping. Finds nothing. A swing out. Oh, I'm pretty sure he did spot out. No, he didn't. There we go. He knows now. Time not on his side. He needs to do something and fast. Potter falls. Sephiroth's just staying alive. And now he's just trying to stay alive. Bringing the gun back to safety. Not able to. PTC. And Full Sense able to get that match point.
The day is almost
I
ours.
thought the economy was a little bit worse, but I think... Wait, no, that was a buy round, no? Wait, no, wait, okay, I think they have enough. That was a save round. I'm tripping out. This match is so close. Potter has his ultimate for this round. They should have rifles. Yes, okay, so they all do. Both sides. There's only one ultimate available in this entire server. It's on Potter. He just got in the previous round. 12 on the board for Full Sense. They just need one final push. Now clinging onto dear life. Most important round here, double push down towards Hookah. A triple actually make that. No contact, or at least no kills found just yet. And in the meantime, they spot out 3 players there. So Killua's just gonna accelerate, take control over the initial portion of the showers. And Full Sense playing it further back. They're not sure of what space has been compromised. They don't want to give away an easy opening kill on what could be the last round. Slow pace round yet again. They're gonna gather up all their forces, hitch their bets here towards this A side, and NAOS have no idea. They're bringing the rotations of Moja. Moja's heading all over towards this B side, but it couldn't be further from the truth. But at least the Vice util is here to protect this A side. But is it gonna be enough?
He's still holding there. Walking closely with the Prowler. Arcros finds nothing.
Thorns activated.
The Fragment as well just delayed them a little bit more alongside those Thorns. Waiting. The knife is up here. Potter will be suppressed. In Full Sense, unfortunately for them, their execute will be stalled for the time being. 30 seconds to go. They need to make something happen.
30 seconds left.
Here comes the showstopper as well. Potter waiting for the right time. Spots the backside. Good to find Moser. Cannot react. BTC finds his way up, but Killua was ready for him. Javi dwindled down to only 18 HP. Wallbangs abound. Not enough bodies to play together. But NAOS,
It's all about the flank.
they're still
That's
trying
the only win con.
the best timing as well. As Killua waits here in U-Haul. Patman, good to dwindle numbers, equalizing slowly as well. Dizzy sent out here, and he sprays Leviathan, just too good with that. So then they wait for him, and it's huge. Last falls.
player standing.
Sephiroth not reacting at all. He has to find the final man, and it's just perfect.
Attackers
And Leviathan, a knife?
It's
Through
a knife.
the Chaos? What on earth is happening? Full Sense. It's close, but they managed to tie the game 2-0. The Thai superstars